It's all good, man. Yeah. No, it works. Whatever works. Okay.
I like the banter. See?
Oh, dude, look at that.
We're gonna keep that hair on the table.
If I could only have about 10,000 more of those right
only.
here.
Hey guys.
How you doing?
This is how we start a podcast. Welcome to Sound Advice Podcast. We're back again for another one on location. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But Mike just got back from vacation. I just got back from vacation.
Yep.
Wedding season is ramping up. We're both recharged and refreshed. Probably should be good for another couple months before we do another one.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. No, I'm ready.
Work hard, play hard.
Work hard, play hard. I love it. I love it.
As always, a bourbon, a featured bourbon. This one is Breckenridge Bourbon Whiskey, a high proof. It's a blended bourbon whiskey from Breckenridge, Colorado, where it is distilled. Been there several times, love Breckenridge.
The aroma is so, I can smell the aroma from
smelling
here.
It doesn't smell like a high proof bourbon.
No, it does not.
Which usually stings your nose, but here we go.
Cheers. And that's good.
That doesn't taste like a high proof either.
No, it does not.
Wow.
That's very smooth for high proof.
And neat at that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good, guys. Really, really good.
All right. Well, now we have to finish that. So,
awesome.
What are we talking about this week?
We're going to talk about. Yeah, no. You jump in and talk about that.
No. We are at Mustard Seed Gardens. This is in Noblesville, Indiana. Very special place to me. It's a place that 2017, the owner contacted me and made my company, Track 7 DJ. We were the exclusive DJs here for several years until they decided we're going to add a few more companies on to give couples more
variety.
Options, which I'm fine with. We still, they told me, I think it was last year or the year before, that my company still did like 78% of the weddings out here. So we still get our fair share, so more than our fair share. But the team here is incredible. This is one of those venues, so many venues, and you've experienced this, I know, where the venue coordinators, they unlock the doors for you, and that's it. We'll be in the office if you need us. Here's your bridal suite.
Yes.
And that's what I always tell couples about this place. The staff here, the girls here, they don't just let you in and show you where to go. They are your day of coordinators.
Yes.
They work with you from start to finish, and they're a part of your wedding. They have a vested interest. You're not just another client. You're not just another number. You're not just this weekend's wedding. They really have a vested interest, and we'll talk about it years later. One of the girls here and I, there's a wedding that sticks out to both of us that happened outside. Both of us say that was like our favorite wedding. We still remember the couple, and we've had so much fun here. So
yes.
This place is great. We're going to be talking with Emma and Aubrey here in a little bit from the venue. They're going to tell you about the place and just things you should know, questions you should know to ask your venue when booking, things like that. So what else?
Beautiful outdoor space here too.
Stunning.
Yeah, and the multiple buildings that you can use and utilize. It's just it's a great place. Heart of Noblesville. It's a great town. There's all kind of things to do for after the reception's finished. If you want to do a little after party somewhere downtown Noblesville, there's plenty of bars and stuff down there and nightlife you can hit. But man, this is great. Great staff, great building, great facility, great outdoor space for outdoor ceremonies. It's just a really, really good place.
Yeah, we love it here. So, what else we got on this episode?
We are going to have a special guest vendor today. Henry Clark with Henry Videography is going to be here with us. Clark Videography, sorry. I just screwed that totally up.
Good thing he's not sitting over there watching.
Yeah, good thing. Yeah, Clark Videography. And Henry's going to talk about the importance of incorporating video to your special day. And we're going to be asking some questions on that. I can share my experiences. I had a video for my wedding 27 years ago. And I can share the importance that we still watch our wedding video much more than we look at any of our photographs that we're taking. So anyway, we're going to talk about the importance of that. We're going to let
27 years ago. Are you that old?
Dude, I'm old.
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
I know. Hence the grays.
The gray.
Yeah.
What you have.
What I have, I know. I envy your hair. So we've already accomplished that.
Yeah, well.
But no. So we're going to be talking about that. Emma and Aubrey are going to talk about the venue, and man, we're just going to.
It's going to be fun.
Let's go have a good old time.
Have some bourbon.
So
cool. All right. Well, we're going to get into it. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks again.
Here we go.
Set up sweet. Action.
That's how we do it.
That's how we roll. All right, that's how we roll.
Hey.
We're with the heart and soul of Mustard Seed.
That's us.
That's right.
Heart.
And
right.
3 other ladies.
bring the soul.
And an
Yeah.
owner.
And the soul.
There's a whole bunch of
There's a
people,
lot of
so.
people behind the scenes.
This is Aubrey and Emma.
Hello.
They have been here, how many years now? You guys
It'll
have been
be
around for a
7
while.
in January for me.
Wow.
This is 5 for me, 4 full-time.
Yeah.
And Aubrey
Wow.
also has not only works here, has gotten married here.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Congratulations.
yeah,
Thank you.
very awesome. Well,
Yeah.
guys, tell us your experience on this side of things, on the venue side of what happens, what goes on, what do brides need to know about a venue, about when they're booking a venue, when they're booking Mustard Seed or any venue for that matter.
Yeah.
And help yourself to some bourbon if you want to.
You know, if it
Okay.
wasn't 10 a.m., I totally would. Oh, sorry, it's
It
5
could be
p.m.
any time. Nobody knows what time it is.
Nobody knows what time it is.
Sorry. I think as a bride, I mean, you've been married before, so like,
It sounds like she's been married twice now.
Just once.
only once. I think going in to see a venue, you need to know how many hours are included in that venue rental, because that's going to drastically affect the timeline of your day. How long are we partying for at night, and how long do we have to get ready before? I also think you need to ask how many events do they do a day. So are they doing multiple weddings? I think that also goes into like the hours that are included too. What do you think?
I think a big one is what's included. What do I get my tables included? Do I get my linens included? What vendors, can I choose my own vendors? Do I have to pick off of a list? Those things are really important, and I think that's something that we pride ourselves on, is working with some exclusive vendors, working with exclusive DJs, and working with exclusive caterers, which is super helpful for us, and then it makes you as a bride feel more comfortable because we see these people all the time. We see Joel all the time. We feel confident in him, and things like that. I think that stuff is really important too. And then, just knowing what all can I use, what can I bring in, things like that is super important.
Piggybacking off of that, one thing that we include in our venue rental that I feel like a lot of other venues don't is a venue coordinator. And I know I heard you say earlier, like, does your venue coordinator unlock the doors and then, is very offhand. I feel like we are so involved.
The opposite of that.
Yes.
We are with our clients, we do our 2 planning meetings 3 months out and then 1 month out. And then we're here doing rehearsal. We're here on wedding day. We do little shifts, but you still see a face from the venue that whole day. We send you down the aisle. We work with DJs, introduce everyone for grand entrance,
Set up your decor.
tear down. We honestly, that's a day of coordinator.
Yeah.
That's a $3,000, $4,000 value for free.
absolutely it is.
I think that we don't explain that. I think we need to be more
For sure.
proactive about being
Yeah, you do.
this is actually a great
Yes,
thing.
because that is a huge comfort level for a bride and groom, bride more,
Yeah.
to know that those things will be taken care of. That's all inclusive with that. I mean, that is that is a huge benefit and perk for any bride and groom that comes into a venue who has that offered.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of vendors that you work with, who's your favorite DJ?
I literally was about to say, don't ask our favorites.
Let's say, I know you guys have the exclusive list of a handful of DJs to pick and exclusive for caterers, but for a venue that doesn't, speak to that. Why is it so important to trust your opinions of photographers, videographers, DJs, caterers? Why? Because people can be like, the venues that let anybody pick whoever they want, which is totally fine. Like, well, I have a cousin that's going to take my pictures. I have a friend that has a speaker. Why is it important for couples to really heed your advice on what you recommend?
Because we see it every weekend. We feel like we have seen it every weekend. We've seen it when it's a cousin just doing photos and it's a cluster and it doesn't always work as well. And then you see a professional that's working every weekend and knows what they're doing and is on it. When you have people that you can trust in, it makes your day feel so much better and everything flows so much easier. And I feel like not only can they relax as a couple, but it also helps us and our staff be able to relax.
Yeah, it makes your job
Totally.
easier.
Yeah.
Not having to wonder, oh crap, where's that photographer
Yes.
going?
Yes.
Not allowed back there.
Yes.
Is this DJ? Does this DJ know about this?
Yep.
this,
Yeah.
This? You already know. Good. I don't have to worry about them. So.
Our trusted vendors, like they know the venue, they know how we typically run things. When it's like one of your friends or family, they want to party with you. Like it's going to get to the end of the night and they're going to be on the dance floor and not doing their job. So I totally push for using trusted vendors that, we vouch for and that, we do see every weekend. Like Uncle Jim is probably a great DJ, but
Sure
it's not going to go well towards the end of the
Not
night.
going to go well. No, it's not. Absolutely not. No, that's awesome. Having that working relationship
Yeah.
with the vendors, I think, is key.
Yeah.
Is definitely key.
Totally.
For sure. And you're just one. Is it one event a day?
Yes.
Yes,
We allow, so depending on contracts, we allow either 8 to 12 hours of venue access.
Okay.
And obviously there's no way we could host more than one event a day.
Yes.
And it also helps the couple to feel like they are the main star that
Absolutely.
day. Like we want to make sure that we are tending to them and not having to worry. I think doing 2 events would just be so chaotic.
I can't imagine that a bride would want to pass another bride on the way to go to the bathroom or to the bridal suite or whatever. So, and I don't think a lot of people don't think about that.
Yeah.
They have so much on their plate in their mind of what we need to do and how we need to do things. I mean, that's one of those things I think that gets slipped under the rug.
Yeah.
And it's like the importance of having the exclusive venue. That day, nobody else is going to be in here.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going to be touring. Nobody else is going to be doing any of that stuff. It is going to be you and you alone.
Yeah.
That is a huge benefit.
Allowing time for your vendors to come in and
Yes.
get set up.
Yes.
Like you said, we do all the setup of decor, so making sure that we have enough time to put everything out, make sure it's exactly how the bride, the grooms want it. So
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
Any other questions you have? Any other
No,
key nuggets you guys?
key nuggets.
Yeah, I mean,
Hungry.
the one thing about having an outdoor space at a venue, I mean, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But then a lot of times the questions that I think would come up from bride and groom would be like, what is our backup plan if we do have inclement weather?
I was gonna talk about that.
What is how do we do that? So maybe just touch on that and see. I know you've experienced it where you've had to move stuff inside or whatever.
Indiana.
Because
Let me
we
jump in
live
real
in.
quick. Let me jump in quick as somebody who's been here a lot.
Yes.
There are a lot of venues that if it rains, you got to move inside, and it can be disappointing. That way.
Yeah.
This is not a horrible backup plan.
Oh,
this
no.
venue.
Totally. This is
If
it.
you're
Like,
not
this is the
familiar with
altar.
the venue, you're not familiar
We're
with the
standing
venue.
at- sitting
We're
at
standing
the
at the altar, where the head table is.
Oh,
Yes.
we're getting married.
Well, it looked like a sweetheart's table. Mike,
This is her third marriage.
which was But this venue inside this barn is a fantastic backup plan because it's stunning in here. So that's one of my favorite things about this venue is if it rains, there's nobody's disappointed having to be inside because it's great. But you guys, what were you asked them a question about?
No. I just it's something that people should always ask.
Totally.
Because you just never know about that weather. So
Can we move in? Can the room be flipped back?
Yeah, can the room be flipped
Do
back?
they have to
and-
sit in
yes.
chairs? They have to sit at tables? I mean, I think you can do all of it.
Yeah.
Depending on the guest count, right?
Yeah.
But this is an excellent backup plan.
Yes.
I mean, I'd almost rather be in here than out
We
there.
have some people say that.
Literally, and there are some people who are like, I'm not messing around with the outdoors, like committing to this. We'd say if it's over 150, cabaret, so they're seated at their tables, and then if it's under 150, it's rows of chairs, like church style, and then we just set the tables in the back, do a quick flip, and then that also moves into the required caterers. They are so great, and they help us with that flip. So, they've been here before. All of the caterers are great about like hands-on, jumping in, so that flip is quick.
Sometimes your DJs will even help with that.
Yeah, I was gonna get there.
Yeah. There you go.
No, everyone is great that we work with, and this is typically done up with flowers too in the windows and the Edison bulbs.
Super pretty. Yeah.
She's a showstopper for sure.
We love her.
Absolutely.
Yep. No, but they're available for tours. Schedule
Give us a
something.
ring.
Yes.
Give them a ring if you want to be up here in the Noblesville area. Highly recommend this place. It's beautiful inside and out, and they will take
We have a
care of you.
sister venue plug, Iron and Number Events, located at the Brookshire Golf Club.
We will will be doing a recording from there as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just there 2 weeks ago, so
Yes, that was
you
fun.
can get on my socials and look at all the pictures and stuff we took there.
Didn't you break a champagne flute?
No, I did not.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I heard you did, but
Yeah, no, that. Yes, we did.
Okay.
Yes, we did.
It was fine. Everything
It's all
was
good.
fine.
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all good. It's all good. So, it's part of it, man. We're only
Yeah.
human, right?
Totally.
We're only human.
Yeah.
So.
Totally.
guys, thank you so much.
Thank
This
you
has been-
guys.
This is the one I've been looking forward to.
Yes,
Yep.
we're excited.
Love
Yeah.
you guys. Love being
Yep.
here.
Yeah.
I really appreciate both of you taking time to, well, first of all, to let us have the space this morning.
Of course. Anything for track 7. And DJ Mike Campbell.
There you go.
Well, we thank you. We're looking forward to a great wedding season out here.
Yes,
Yes.
too.
we're
Appreciate
excited.
you guys very much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
See you guys. Bye.
See ya. All right, guys, we are back. We are with Henry Clark Videography, who is going to explain to you the importance of incorporating video into your wedding day. And this is something, Henry, that's true to my heart because 27 years ago, when I got married, I didn't even, back then, I didn't even think about video, okay? And then somebody was like, well, just have somebody take the camcorder and just set it up and get some video or whatever. But I started thinking about down the road what that would mean to have video, to bring those people back to life that are no longer with us. And Jen and I sat down, my wife and I sat down and talked about it, because at the time, I mean, it was a fairly pricey thing to do. In fact, I think it was probably about a third of our entire wedding budget back then. And so we really had to really talk about it. It's like, man, do we really want to do this or not? So we ended up biting the bullet and doing it, and I will never regret that for as long as I live, because we watch our wedding video much more than we ever look at our photos, because it brings those people there again back to life. And my dad was my best man at my wedding in 1998, and it's the only video that I have of my dad. And every time I put that in, you can hear his voice, you can see his gestures, his body movements. It's pictures cannot do that. And pictures are important. I'm not trying to downplay that at all. Photography is a huge, huge importance included in your day. But the video piece, and like we were talking about this a little bit ago, it's not a year or 2 years or sometimes even 5 years down the road that you're really going to realize the importance of it. It's when you start losing family members, when, you know, neighbors that are no longer with us, and aunts and uncles, and likely it is the only video that you're going to have of those people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that's how I kind of wanted to segue into this, is from my personal experience with my wedding video, and how often I do look at it and how much I cherish it, just because it brings those people back to life.
Yeah,
And I will add to that real quick.
Sure, go ahead.
I have had brides that I've worked with after the fact, when I've chatted with them, whether it be through social media or whatever, ones who have not had a videographer. And I've never had a bride who did have a videographer say, I wish I hadn't. Wish we hadn't spent our money on that. But I've had numerous brides say, my only regret, I wish I would have hired the videographer.
Yep.
I wish we would have spent the money on that.
Yep.
It would have been worth it.
Yep.
So, never had a bride regret getting one.
No.
I've had brides regret not hiring one.
100%.
Because they see the value in it after the fact.
After the fact,
When they
yeah.
realize what they don't have. Whether it be their sister got one and they were able to see, wow, a videographer can do that. Or they see a friend's wedding and have no idea it's more than just Uncle Bob with his camcorder.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah,
But
I had an uncle, my wife's uncle. He filmed our wedding, and he didn't use the camera for like years, and he didn't test anything out, of course, the day before. And coming the wedding day, he sets up a camera in the back, and was hoping just to press record and call it a day, but the camera like wasn't working right or something halfway. He didn't get the camera running and recording until like there was like 10 minutes left of the ceremony. But I mean, I guess like one of the things like I am glad that I did get video was I was able to see a little bit of my dad like turning around, and I mean there was a point where him and we did get kind of close shortly after high school, but then there was like it was a long story with him, but he ended up and leaving this. I mean, we haven't heard from him in years since my daughter was maybe 6 or 7 months old.
Okay.
But now she's going to be 14. So
Okay, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, but
You got him on some video.
But you got some video of them. That's good.
But I mean, there were some mixed feelings, but I mean, still, regardless, I'm glad that there's like video footage of him, even though it was just like a few seconds.
Sure.
I mean, I'm just like really grateful for, he actually wasn't even in like hardly any of the pictures. So, because we also didn't, hire a photographer either.
Okay.
We had her cousin take some pictures too.
Sure.
They were beautiful and they were great and stuff, but there's like only like some that were like, okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like ours. We had my parents, I think, had a Groupon, and they hired a photographer for us.
The old Groupon. Nothing but the best for the Nowackies,
That's right.
man.
But we had a friend. We set up a tripod, had a friend with a video camera.
Yep.
And the craziest thing about it was, and this is one of those things, and I know we keep talking about video cameras. People are like, nobody uses those anymore. Be using an iPhone, which got much better quality. But then is somebody going to do it this way? Are they going to do it this way? Is their finger going to be in the way?
Yep.
Are they going to stand there? Is it going to be steady? So people walking in front of them. And then all you have is the raw audio. You don't have what you guys can do. But back to my story, the person filming had it on a tripod.
Yeah.
It was tightened down like halfway, so it wasn't smooth to turn it.
Oh, God.
But it wasn't locked in. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, like a sprinkler.
We were listening to you couldn't see it jerking, but we're listening to the video. We're like, is that a woodpecker that was in the woods?
my God.
We didn't remember hearing this woodpecker in the middle
Wow.
because we were outside, outdoor ceremony.
Yep.
And we're like, we don't remember hearing this woodpecker.
Yep.
And then we realized it only made that noise when she turned like, that's on the tripod.
That's the tripod. Another reason to hire a professional.
What can you do that Uncle Bob or our friends with the camera on the tripod or anybody holding a phone, what do you do that they can't?
So
End result, the processing, the production. It's
Right.
obviously a lot more. We know.
So, I mean, what I do, I mean, for even like the pre-planning, process, I mean, a month or two before the actual wedding day, I like to get together with the bride and groom and sit down and be like, okay, so I have the timeline and everything. Now, what's all the details and stuff? What is the most important thing for you and
capture.
to see in your wedding film?
Sure.
And I heavily emphasize that, again, don't get me wrong, because I know there are videographers who do this, and they do it really good, and their work is absolutely beautiful, but I don't do like the highlight montage reels of just a bunch of clips, put together into like a montage. I actually craft more of a love story for my couples.
Awesome.
That's focused
I do too.
on them. Yeah,
I do
and
too.
that's another thing that we kind of talk about briefly in our final detail meeting is, are there like any stories that you really want me to say or tell in your wedding film? And obviously for the wedding day, audio is like a huge, I almost want to say it's more important than the video itself, because you can replace bad video footage with really great audio. But don't get me wrong, I want all my video clips to look
Sure.
really good and
Sure.
stuff, and not on a cell phone, of
Yes.
course.
Sure. So you're more of a feature than a trailer.
Yes.
I guess would be the easiest way to kind of sum that.
Yeah.
That you're doing more, instead of like a movie trailer where you've got 2 minutes of just highlights. You are starting from the beginning and going all the way till the end, and not shortening or reducing that. You're more of the longevity of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I like to try to keep a relationship with my couples like afterwards too, because I mean, at the same time, like the way I look at it, I mean, you book with me, I mean, we're pretty much friends. I mean, I like to keep in contact with you and stuff, but I'm not gonna bombard you with emails every day, of course. But I mean, with my couples and stuff, I'm Facebook friends with them. So
And that's what I
we stay
tell
friends too.
That's what I tell people also when hiring photographers too. I mean, that person's going to be in your face for 10 hours.
Yeah.
So, you know, you really got to have a good feeling, relationship, rapport built with that vendor, because they're like I said, they're going to be right there with you that entire day. You know, all the way through. Go ahead.
And even with me, sometimes if I'm around for the open dance, you'll see me on the open dancing with you guys too, hanging out.
Absolutely.
Just for a little bit, of course, you know. But of course, I'll be capturing everybody else having a good time and stuff.
No, that's,
of course, but
that's amazing.
I like to have fun with you guys as well.
Yep. Also important to, I know most videographers will come up to me, you as well, and want to be able to utilize and tap into our system. And I, of course, never ever have a problem with that. I know you don't either. I know there are some DJs that do, that I've heard from videographers. They're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for letting me do this. The last guy told me to steer clear of his equipment. And, you know, teach their own, but the end result that you get is going to be much better coming through. Oh, absolutely. The better audio quality coming through our stuff, sometimes than the external mics that you guys are having. So if nothing more, it's a backup. I mean, backups are huge.
If our whole thing is about giving advice, that's going to be another piece when it comes to hiring a DJ. Say, can my videographer tap into your system? You may not even know that they'll need to do that. Well, now you know. If you're hiring a videographer, they'll probably need to. Videographer might not even tell you. They'll just get with their DJ.
Assume that it's okay.
And that's fine, because for people like myself and Mike, we welcome it. It's like, absolutely, what do you need from me? What can I do to help you plug in where you need to make it sound good? There are plenty of DJs that have a little bit of an ego and they don't want anybody, no, you're not plugging into my system, which is ridiculous. So again, make sure when you're hiring your DJ, it's somebody that's willing to play nice in the sandbox.
Those are questions that you would never even think to ask, that are really so important.
That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. That's why we do this.
I almost always reach out to the DJ before the wedding and ask, you know, well, first I just introduce myself, you know, and ask what is the best way for me to tap in for audio for the ceremony and reception. And usually, I mean, 9 out of 10, it goes pretty well. The other time I don't hear from them, and the day of, and I'm like, hey, did you get my email? Oh yeah, no.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
But, I mean, with that, you know, being said, I do have backups. I believe in backups upon backups upon backups. I know it sounds a little extreme to some of you guys, but with us professionals, it's like, no, you have to. You have to.
You're working with electronic equipment. It's going to fail at some point. And you just have to make sure you're covered. When that time comes.
Cameras, video equipment, DJ gear.
Champagne glasses. Dude,
that was so not scripted.
That was so not scripted.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. That's amazing.
Wow.
Well, we're going to have Henry's contact information. We're going to have Henry's contact information below. But just tell them real quick, how is the best way to get a hold of you?
So the best way to get a hold of me is through my website at clarkvideography.com, or you can reach out to me through Instagram, which is just Clark Videography.
Awesome.
Cool. Yeah, we'll link your Facebook page too, right?
Yes, I use Facebook.
We'll link your website, Facebook, Instagram, all your socials. We'll link all that in this, so people can reach.
Was there anything else that you can think of that we didn't bring up that is an important thing that you have seen in the past, or that you think that future clients might need to know?
So just a little off script. Feel free to take this out. But
Okay.
No, we don't edit anything out.
I feel like, so with video, I've been seeing it more and more important, that just as important as photos. And honestly, like, I try to tell brides in a very light, gentle way of, don't cheap out on your videography.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do, I mean, you might as well just have Uncle Bob or Uncle Randy film your wedding day. Because, I mean, you don't know what you're going to get. You usually don't, because you don't know if your videographer is going to show up in blue jeans and a t-shirt, or you don't know if they're going to show up with gear and half of it just doesn't work, or it fails, or the batteries aren't charged, or they accidentally format the SD card in the middle of the wedding day, and all your footage is gone. With these professionals that are really good, I mean, we've been in the industry for a long time, and we know a lot of the things to do and don't do. And one of the big things is we always tell ourselves is backups upon backups, like footage wise. You film a wedding, you go home, you don't do anything else, you just unload all of the footage and all of the audio onto the computer, and then you make a backup and even a separate backup. Because if you don't have a backup, you don't have the footage, you don't have the audio.
That's right.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
It is, man. It's good advice.
Awesome.
100%. That's
Henry, thank you so much.
Yeah, it was my pleasure, guys.
Love this.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Good to learn a lot more about the behind the scenes of videography. And
I've always been an advocate. I said that in the beginning. I will do till the cows come home, man. I will always tell my bride and grooms that they need to incorporate video.
what time do the cows come home?
I don't know.
Wait, is that a cow over there?
Yeah, they're coming. They're coming home.
They're coming. Okay. I guess that's our cue.
That's it. Gotta go.
All right, guys. Well, thank you again. We're going to end this today with a cheers, of course, but also stick around at the end of the video. We're going to have a highlight reel for you of the beautiful Mustard Seed Garden where we are sitting right now.
Thank you guys again for joining us.
Yes.
And until next time.
Cheers. Cheers, guys.